Hi, welcome to My Spoony Life. It's your favorite little host here, Catalia Marie, or as some of my in real life friends know me, it is Chris. So today's stream is going to be a continuation on a theme where we'll be talking about World Suicide Prevention Day, where guess what? Today is the day. It is World Suicide Prevention Day. So, this isn't just a national thing. This is something that is being talked about across the globe to try to raise awareness for mental health issues and help people find and get treatment. So yeah, if you want to chat, I would love to hear your questions or any stories that y'all have about dealing with mental health issues, trying to get mental health care, any and all of the above. You know how it is. I am going to share these on my socials just real quick. Make sure everything's good. Well, I was gonna share it on Discord, but no, it crashed. So fine then, I'll do it over here. Let's copy. Oh, gotta love getting things set up. So much fun. Sorry about the more dim lighting today. I am not feeling so great today, and bright lights are just not my thing today. Not happening. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit darker in here, but that's okay. I figured we could still have a good time. Alright. Now that we've gotten all the tedious stuff taken care of. Yeah, I'm actually running a fever today, which is just not fun, but it is what it is. Just, yeah. It's been a long week, and it's only been a short week for work, so... Yeah, my hair is actually in the middle of being dyed again, and it's a little bit crazy, but I'm making it work. So hopefully it'll look better after this weekend if I have time to dye it, but I'm liking it. I think it looks cool. It's kind of got like a little like 3-tone thing going on. I'm okay with it. How are y'all doing tonight? Good, I hope. Having fun out there in the world? I will say, found out today that one of my teammates from Ireland, his wife tested positive for COVID after a friend they were around this weekend tested positive. So he's getting his test tomorrow, but it's very, very likely that he will be testing positive as well. And if that doesn't make this whole thing feel a little bit more real, I don't know what does. Because this is the probably the person the closest to me that I know of that has been affected. And yeah, it just made everything a little bit more, back in the present instead of just being like that thing that they talk about on the TV that hasn't, personally directly impacted me that much other than just, quarantine. So that'll be interesting. I really hope that he and his wife do fine. They're both of pretty good health to begin with. So we're going to hope that everything turns out well for them. But it definitely made everything feel a little bit more real and just really re-emphasized how crazy this year has been and doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. So yeah, that's always... It is how it is all I'll say. Like, we've got to stop talking about things that could possibly happen in 2020 because it's very likely that at this point they might happen. So unless it's good, positive things that are going to happen in 2020, not allowed to say anything else. Between wildfires and all kinds of other craziness, like, yeah, definitely can't be saying anything else about 2020 unless it's good news, unless it's the good things that are going to happen here in 2020. So today is actually World Suicide Prevention Day, like I said at the beginning. And currently I have raised, let me double check. I think it was still at what I put on my donation goal. I don't think it's updated any. Nope, it has not. So I've raised $109 of my $250 goal. And while that is a little bit less than I had wanted, I'd wanted to raise the full $250 if possible, but my health kind of made it to where I couldn't stream every day like I was planning on and things like that. But I did, raise over $100 for an organization and a mission that I care so much about and that is so personal for me and that means so much to me that, I'm still happy with it overall because, I still am helping fund counseling scholarships and people being able to find help through TWLOHA's Find Help page, and knowing that my small efforts have helped even just a little bit with those giant efforts to help connect people with care in their communities is just so amazing to me, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I wanted to get on here and say hello again and, see if you guys wanted to chat about mental health care or about mental illness, what it's like living with mental illness. I swear whenever I get on streams in the future, they probably won't be about such a somber topic. Hey Megan, what's going on? Hey girl. But this is a topic that's very important to me and it's very close to my heart with, the struggles that I've gone through with my mental health. So it's always just, it may not be the most fun thing to talk about, but it's just something that it means so much to me. Like, so much. So, yeah. Pretty much today has been rough. I was supposed to work until 5 o'clock today and ended up having just a complete meltdown while in the middle of working and couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I realized that I forgot to take my morning medication, one of which is my anxiety medication. And I guess if I ever thought that it wasn't helping, I would have to say today that it obviously is helping, because when I didn't have it today, I fell apart and was like sobbing uncontrollably, that kind of a falling apart for no reason. So it was so bad. Yeah, I'm at like -3 spoons at this point. I was running a fever earlier. I haven't checked recently, but my body just it's not my biggest fan right now is all I have to say. It's definitely been a rough day, but I knew that today was the last day of the, campaign for World Suicide Prevention Day, since today is actually World Suicide Prevention Day. And so I just felt like it was really important to try to push through just a little bit. Plus, I have to stay up until 11 o'clock anyway because I have a team meeting at 11 p.m. So might as well spend some of that time getting to talk to y'all and see how y'all are doing today. And yes, you can tell I'm tired because my southern comes out whenever I get tired. Yeah, honestly, I do too. I get a lot of physical symptoms whenever I have anxiety really bad, or like if my bipolar is not managed correctly and I'm having a little bit of like hypomania. I can get some pretty bad fevers, body aches, just my whole body just rebels and is like, no, this isn't right. It's crazy how interconnected everything is because you can't treat one thing without it impacting the other. It's just like chronic illness, chronic pain has such a high rate of people with mental health issues, and it's like, what do you expect? Their whole body's rebelling. It's not going to just somehow skip the brain, like, oh, the whole rest of the body's going crazy, but your brain's fine. It's doing great. It's doing groovy. You got this. So I'm hoping that's all it is. I'm hoping I didn't catch anything or pick anything up while I was out and about. Not that I've been out and about very much. Mostly just going to get medications. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the news that one of my teammates in Ireland probably has it right now, it just kind of like brought it, right there to the forefront of my brain of like the second that I had a fever, I'm like, I haven't even gone anywhere. Like, no, how? But mine's a very low grade fever too, like that. It's not very high, but I run really low typically. Like, I'm usually like at the lower end of the 97 scale. So to me, like, if I get something above 99, then something's going on usually, and mine was above 99. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, his friend tested positive and his wife tested positive, so we're like, 99% sure that he's going to test positive, but he won't get his test until tomorrow, and then he won't have his results until sometime early next week, he said. And it's like, obviously, no way I can catch it from him, all the way across the freaking oceans, but it just brought it back into the forefront of my mind, whereas here for a while, it's just kind of been like that thing. It's been like the undercurrent of everything, but it hasn't been my most present worry because my body is usually, very much takes charge of that. So yeah, it's a little bit, I don't even have words. I hope that they're okay is all I have to say. Like, it's just a lot for them to have to deal with right now during the middle of everything. Just like, I hope that everything goes okay and that they're both okay. Oh, and for some reason, I'm assuming because I'm still not feeling well, it is like 10,000 degrees in my office right now, it feels like. Although maybe that just means my fever is breaking. I don't know. But it definitely feels like I am in here in a sauna. Even without the overhead light on. It's part of the reason why I didn't even turn it on. I will say though, like, if you feel like you need to reach out, then you should definitely reach out, because like my therapist, she always offers, she's like, I can always schedule you in. I can always find time if you need somebody to talk to, because typically if there's something that you are actually feeling pressed to need to talk to them about, especially if it's something that's going to get in your head and kind of be an earworm over the weekend to where it could build up and escalate into something dangerous, So, like, if you feel like you need to talk to her, you may need to reach out tomorrow and see if they have anybody available to talk to you, because I will say it's better to bother them with a session that you didn't necessarily need than to not have a session that you desperately needed. Yeah, I say this as someone who could probably never actually reach out and do that, because I don't like calling places. So, like, once I'm in with someone, I struggle. I struggle a lot after that to, like, schedule appointments and things like that. So, like, she schedules the appointments with me before I get off of one appointment so that way I don't have to do that and all that stuff. Because I am the worst at reaching out and calling, especially if it involves a phone call. But with her, like, I can text her, and like she has a work text number or whatever to where I can actually text her. Nope, I still can't hardly make myself do it. Like, the only time I've ever really texted her has been to cancel appointments or reschedule them because I was sick. So, yeah. I say that, but I understand if it's difficult for you to reach out because I'm the same way. But I do think it's just so amazing that you're able to, openly talk about going to a counselor, because that's exactly why I'm raising this money and why I'm trying to raise awareness, is so that way people can just be like, yeah, I think I might need to reach out to my counselor this week, and I want that to be more mainstream conversation. Like, that would be my true goal, would be, why can't we make talking about mental health dinner table conversation, family appropriate conversation? Like, that should be what we're at right now, and we're just not. Like, I feel like I'm which, and it's very possible, I may get demonetized if I was ever monetized. I'm not. But I could potentially, if in the future, get demonetized for saying the word suicide. And I'm not saying we should glorify it. I'm not saying we should, paint it in some pretty light of, that's what you need to do. But I feel like if we talked about it more and talked about more ways to help prevent it and to get people help, and what the warning signs are and what it can look like and what it can feel like for someone in their own head to know when they need to get help, then I feel like we would all be doing just so much better as a society. Because, until we make these types of conversations mainstream, it's never gonna change. And it's just, it is what it is, I swear I'm going to pass out in here, and you guys are going to be the only ones to witness my demise. As I pass out from it being 20,000 degrees in my office. But I went and got prescriptions today, so I got to reward myself with a Sonic sweet tea. So, it'll keep me cool. It'll keep me cool. Also, after I streamed last night, I put on lipstick for my stream. And yeah, they don't call it long wear for nothing, as I found out this afternoon, when apparently I still had about half of it on my lips. So I was like, here, I'll put on some more for tonight, and we'll see how long this one lasts. And that's even with me trying to scrub it off. No, it's not a lipstick, it's lip stain. Yeah, the chat on YouTube is so delayed, and it always drives me crazy. I was planning on trying to do about 20 to 30 minutes here on YouTube, and I've hit about 20, and it looks like I've only got about 3 viewers, so it's probably Paul and Jacob, although I don't know, Jacob might have left already. But I will probably go ahead and switch over to Twitch now. I just really wanted to come on to YouTube and do my due diligence of, I said I was going to stream tonight, so I definitely wanted to stream tonight. And then I'm going to switch over to Twitch, so I will catch y'all on Twitch in about 5 minutes, okay?